Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming from our studios at the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce. No, that's not right. The Lansing Regional International Airport. So we are going to stay downtown Lansing with a very important announcement. We've got Paul Gentilozzi, owner of Gentilozzi Real Estate and principal of New Vision Lansing. And of course, his son, John Gentilozzi, who's the vice president, development, Gentilozzi Real Estate in East Lansing. And we are so glad to have you guys on because some incredible news has come out of your offices that's going to impact Lansing and downtown Lansing in the very near future. But before we get there, Paul, I want to have everybody be aware of the long and winding road you've taken in careers, and give us a little rundown, like a 30-second rundown on where you've been.
Well, most people know that I've raced cars really since 1967. And I've had the great fortune of traveling around the world. And I've been lucky enough somehow, the sun and the moon aligned, and we've won a lot of championships individually as a driver and a great team. We've won 11 Trans Am Drivers Championships, 5 of which are mine. And we've won 13 Manufacturers Championships, and we've won great races like the 24 Hours of Daytona twice, 12 Hours of Sebring, won our class at Le Mans. It's been, I'm not sure we can call it a career, because in a career, I think you have to make money. Although the IRS has allowed me this expenditure, I can safely say that I'm the winningest driver. I've won $3.5 million in the Trans Am series. Problem is, I spent $7 million to get there.
How do you make a fortune, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, so let's get to where we are right now, and that is this incredible announcement that is actually going to change the skyline of Lansing. So bring us up to date on what this is.
John, go ahead.
So we've announced 3 projects. The grandest of them all is the Tower on Grand, which will be the tallest building in Lansing when we're done, and feature over 300 apartments and hundreds of cars of attached parking. And then we're actually going to do something unique on the second project. We're going to take the Washington Square building, which is at the corner of Michigan and Washington, and convert it from office space to apartments. So it's a new life for a 100-year-old building. And then the final project, location-wise, I really like, is just northwest of the state capitol building. And there we're going to do 7 stories of apartments, a couple stories of office, which I do have to interject and say a customer has already been identified for that office space. We're not that crazy to build new office space. But those 3 projects will bring more than 450 apartments online in downtown over the next couple of years.
And this is crucial to downtown, which lost a lot of its patronage of the downtown businesses when the state kind of moved out and the employees were working remote, et cetera. And a lot of those businesses failed. So this is going to have an immediate downtown effect. What is the timeline on these projects?
You can do that. We're going to start this fall. We're working with DTMB now to make a deal, a financial deal, to get the Washington Square building back. We'll start renovations just after the first of the year on the Washington Square conversion. The Walnut and Ottawa project at Northwest Corner, architecture has started, and we look to start demolition. There are 10 houses on the site now boarded up and closed. So we'll start demolition in those in the spring, and it should take about 14 or 15 months after that for our partners, the Crispin Company, to get the building built. And then the big one, the Tower on Grand, architecture is started. We're having meetings daily. We should be in the site engineering phase early in the spring and start construction late in the fall next year.
Wow, that's pretty incredible stuff. It really is. So 3 projects there, and bringing housing down. And like you said, you're doing a little commercial, but not on spec. And I think that's incredibly intelligent of you guys.
Well, we the state of Michigan, eventually the hybrid model that they have will change and people will be back to work. We hope 3 days a week. They just won't be as much in the CBD. They'll be adjacent to it. So we have to do things to draw them in. And what better way than to build them workforce housing where they can get a great new apartment with a great view of our city right downtown.
Yeah, and you know, that's the nice thing is, and I don't know what the regulations are on balconies, et cetera, but you can imagine the top of that building and going out on your balcony, right?
Well, we would have balconies in every unit, but people keep wanting to rappel down them.
Okay, I asked for your excuse on that. That's interesting. I suspect, though, you could be in the top of one of your buildings and watch a football game.
Well, we know that you can watch a baseball game. We've been up there with a drone, and you can look. You can see third base, second base, first base. Can't quite see the catcher, but you can definitely see home runs.
This is unbelievable stuff. And I just think about the shot in the arm for the new grocery store that's down the street and all those restaurants, et cetera, et cetera. You guys got to feel very good about this. Timing on this, too, was pretty good with the state surplus and being able to kind of help this along.
Well, the fact that we had Sarah Anthony, Sam Singh, Angela Whitwer, and Speaker Tate on our team, that made all the difference, and they got it done for Lansing, truly. Great politicians for the city.
Absolutely right. Paul Gentilozzi, always good to see you, my friend. John, good to meet you. And congratulations on this, and we'll have you on periodically to bother you about its progress, all right?
Glad to do it, Chris, anytime.
Thanks for being with us, guys. We appreciate it.
Chris.
And watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.